guys, welcome to my first vlog about Crime and Punishment, Fyodor Dostoevsky, a Russian guy like my hat, and well, now I'm going to start speaking about the book, where we came, how he comes, well, now the first point that I would like to speak about this book, it's the main character of this masterpiece of literature, which is Raskolnikov, a Russian guy that lives in the time of the Tsars. And well, we're going to analyze this character in various points. The first one, for understanding this character, we must also understand his economical situation. It's in a really bad economic situation, almost all like the people in Russia, and because he's unemployed, he lives in fullness, and that's why he also has a really bad health, because he eats what his body requires, and so thanks to this, he has various headaches, has ills, has fever, and has all that sort of ills. Also, he lives in really bad conditions. He doesn't sleep in a normal bed as almost all of us. He lives in a this one, worst, this one, with a pillow and no sort of way for cooling in summer or being hotter in winter. And also, he doesn't have any type of luxuries, and he lives in progress in his personality. The personality of Raskolnikov, it's really difficult to say it, but at first glance you can say that he's someone that likes to live isolated, totally apart from society, and someone that can't be almost considered part of society because he lives a part of it for analyzing things, and thanks he lives a part of it, he doesn't require us to have all the commodity of the luxuries that society has. That's why he has like bad clothes. He doesn't care in the conditions of the clothes that he was when he goes out. And well, that's all that we can say about Raskolnikov at first glance. But when you analyze it like in a better way, you can say that he's someone that doesn't likes to always be analyzing things, and that's why he doesn't require anything more than his intelligence and his mental capacities, and that will be like his personality as a first point of view.
Now I would like to speak about a really rare success that happened to Raskolnikov, which is that he saw a girl of almost of our age of 15 years walking in a boulevard and finally sitting in a bench, and she was like really drunken. She was like in a really vulnerable position, and it existed the high probability of her being raped. And also it's important to mention that when Raskolnikov tried to approach to the girl shouted that he leave her alone, because she seemed like being scared of something. Now, the importance of this is a proof that Raskolnikov does care about people, and thus isn't as indifferent as he tries to show. Why? Because Raskolnikov, yes, doesn't care how he looks and doesn't care how society looks at him, but he cares about people. He cares what people are doing. For example, when he walks, tries to analyze things, tries to analyze people. For example, when the man that had a real curious head. And also, he tried to help the girl, which was exposed to a really high probability of being of being damaged in some sort of way. So that point is the proof that Raskolnikov does cares about people, not only in how they interact between themselves, but also he tries to help them. For example, he also doesn't want that his sister marries because he knows that it's in a sort of way for helping him, but his sister will lose her honor and will be unhappy the rest of her life. Now, as final point, I would like to speak about a dream, nightmare, say for being precise, that had Raskolnikov in this first part. More than being a nightmare was like remembering his childhood. In this dream, in his town of origin, and he goes out with his father to the church or to some sort of that, and he passes in front of the tavern, in which there's a woman, the owner of a horse, a mare, the female of the horse, and the women and all the people that is inside, it's beating and hitting the animal till death. There are some people that around of the situation try to stop it and try to judge it, stating that that isn't a Christian attitude, that goes against God and all that sort of things, the religious things. But at the end, the animal is killed, thanks all the things that people had done to her, to the beast. And Raskolnikov, I forgot to say something, and is that finally the animal is killed with an axe. The same thing that Raskolnikov will do with Alyona, the lady that pawns things. And well, is that the dream it's like shows the step that Raskolnikov must do, but also shows that Raskolnikov has like some sort of disagreement, of reprobation over that act that he's planning to do, and that he really doesn't want to do it, as in the because he must kill Alyona, even though he doesn't want, as I already said. Now, the importance of this is that it's like a premonition, like a prophecy of what must be done. It's like the book of instructions that Raskolnikov must follow for killing Alyona, but also as I already said, shows that part inside Raskolnikov that doesn't want to do it, because that part knows that that's something that only deserves disapproval. Now, what in this dream, Dostoevsky wanted to show to the audience various points. Wanted to show first the conditions in where Russian society was in the time of the Tsars, conditions of poorness, of madness, of how people in the countryside lived, and also tried to show that dreams sometimes are more real than reality. It sounds redundant, but it's the truth. Sometimes dreams are felt more real than what we live in the day life, and that's why dreams are like that part of the subconscious that acts, because when you are asleep, scientifically it's proved, the subconscious is the one that creates the dream, and not that part of the brain that will, and not the quotient of the brain, that it's the part of the brain that it's in charge of all that matters that are rational. Now, this shows the dreams, how we are in our nature, how we are in our most inside nature, not that fake rational like disguise that we show to society, but how we really are inside. And through that, he also showed how Raskolnikov was really inside. Someone that always was planning, but had such a reprobation over bad things and all that sort of matters. Now, thank you for watching our blog, and we'll have another one when we finish reading part 2 of Crime and Punishment. I hope that I get 100. Thank you.